Hello to you, my friends. Today I want to talk about something very, very, very important that requires all our attention. There is actually a subtle war happening now that few are noticing. So it's this war between AI, artificial intelligence, and consciousness. It doesn't seem like a war, but I'll get there. So discernment is needed. We are being tested um, on our capacity to discern between events and things, what is true. So the other day I was talking with a friend of mine. He was so fascinated by ChatGPT, and I sent him a link. I told him, be careful. I didn't hear good news about that software. And he insisted it's good and all that. And I said to myself, maybe I'm mistaken. Being a researcher myself, I went and I listened to many sources, read all that is possible about it. And of course, here's what is happening. So the chat GPT, I'm giving a summary of all the resources I have heard. It not just write the best essays ever, it could replace copywriters, it could write even algorithm, it could replace ITs, lawyers, give you the best case. You just enter the query and does the research. So many people, if you want, now starting having lots of concern about it. What's gonna happen next? They were scared that robotics would replace the lower end, manual labor, but it seems it's replacing the cognitive, the capacity. So this friend of mine told me, I'm doing a job for, that 10 people could do and so on. Okay, if we're gonna look at the positive aspect, let's think positive and consider, okay, this will give us more free time, although many people will be out of their jobs. But guys, what about the new generation? Already students' essays are full of plagiarism. They are using this software, and there is something. Uh, okay, we already went to school and university. If we use it, we know what to type and what to do. What about the new generation? We had to study math, and although there were calculators, and we would do it manually to activate certain functions of the brain, to become smarter, more logical, and all this. If we rely on AI, so where is that taking us? Already lots of, from my research, many people are scared of where this is taking us. We are not ready for it. This is one thing. Another thing is that it has the ability to create avatars and sounds of people you may know. It takes the pitch, the tone, the speech style. It does all that. So look at the scary thing in here. It could, let's say, impersonate say famous president somewhere and make that person say something he did not want to say, and it could start wars, it could start conflict. Not only that, people would be confused, like, what is AI, what is real, and stuff and rumors and things that are not could go in. As you know, people always could use a great invention not to the benefits of humanity. Okay, and this made me, if you want, this is one aspect of it. This made me remember many things that I also listened to Sadhguru. He's saying, okay, artificial intelligence could do all our jobs, but it could never replace consciousness. So this is where the subtle war is. There is artificial intelligence and there is consciousness. Now, in parallel, so we have the AI developing very fast, and in parallel, what do we have? We have people who started to awaken, the star seeds, the light workers, and who are going within into stillness, absolute stillness. because the AI is causing, let's say, my friend, he's not sleeping all night. He has all these ideas, he's creating. He's so happy. What is it doing to the ego? I'm very powerful. I'm doing all this on my own. I don't need anybody. Yeah. So we go back to consciousness. People who started awakening, going within, being still in this space of stillness, connecting from the heart with the I am presence, with who they are. We are doing this, and it has been taking us quite some time to learn to do that, to be in a state of flow, to remember our multidimensionality. And when we connect to source, we also connect to a grid, but this source, I mean to God. You can get all the knowledge you want. You can connect to the guides, to our guides. This is a group of people, millions of people are doing that, okay, in parallel to the people who are busy now, distracted with the AI. Those are connecting, and people are saying we are crazy, but this is not crazy, guys. When millions of people connect with the beings of light and guardian angels and things like that, this is not people hallucinating, it is real. How so? When we go within and we connect to source, whatever information and knowledge, Jesus tells us, ask and you will receive. It's not just about asking how to resolve a problem or find friends or things like that, get a job. It is about freeing us. It is about, I ask about, what is it that I'm missing in here? Can you enlighten me to see right? So people who are connecting to this grid, source, the I am presence, their I am presence, okay, their monadic self, to God directly, they are connected to love. There is nothing artificial in there. They are connected to love. And this reminds me of a documentary I heard long ago, about thousands of years ago, when the Atlanteans and the Lemurians were here. So it says roughly the Atlanteans were trying to activate their Merkaba, okay, to go back home. We are all trying to go back home, okay, to the kingdom of heaven within. And not all, maybe some people don't want to, they want to stay here. So they try to create a synthetic Merkaba. So what is the Merkaba? The Merkaba is our way home. But they try to create the Merkaba, our way home, and the connection to all there is, to all the knowledge, to all the love, to all the light, to all our fragments of selves, our multidimensionality, remembering all that. The almighty I am God within. So they created the synthetic Merkaba, and it did not work because it has to be activated by love, by the heart chakra, by love, the higher heart, by unconditional love. Unconditional love. So you see the division, the AI relying on the cognition, the left side of the brain, no heart involved, no unconditional love. Are we thinking about humanity? Is whatever I am doing to the benefit of all humanity? And on the other hand, people connecting directly to source, to God, to the I am presence, and many of us are already taking guidance for them, clearing our own stuff and thing, and activating the unconditional love within. And also one more thing, final thing, from two different sources I've heard that when the solar flare will happen, this will be the test of people who are resonating at the higher frequency of love, who are not, and the same test will be done again. I forgot if it is 1,000 years later or 3,000 years later. So when Jesus said, I come there for a war, there'll be a sword, he's not talking about an actual sword. I think it's a war between artificial intelligence and going within to the heart. So discernment, guys, discernment. Be careful, be careful. Sending you lots of love.